the last leg. It's fantastic to see you. Thank you, Jess. Can you believe Jess came down? Sorry. Sorry. I am emotional. That's absolutely fine. You didn't see Jess's babies. You've got 3 under, what old? 5?
3 under 3. I had 3 under 3, but one is now. I've got a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and an 8-month-old. So.
And how far away do you live, Jess?
Liverpool, well, just outside Liverpool, so 4 hours it was today.
I asked Jess if she could host. And she just went, yeah, with an instant. For me, that's huge. I'm sorry I'm getting emotional. God, come on. Sorry, I'm normally all right. Well, maybe. It's women. It's you. I see you. I see you all. But I want you to see you. That's why we're here. To have a woman, a mum, to travel from Liverpool, because she said yes, didn't know how that was going to pan out. We've got her husband with the 3 children. We've got a little timer going on because there's breastfeeding moments, because as she's very honestly said to you, she's still breastfeeding. She's still here rocking up. Why? No, she sat there probably going, oh, deflect this, it's fine. I need you to own your space, please. You're here. You came down last night. That juggle is real. Look at the passion that she has within her. Look at the passion that you all have within you. I see many new faces today, and that brings me utmost joy. And I see many faces that I've seen for a long time, and that brings me utmost joy. Because when you see it, what you've seen today, you cannot unsee it. And for me, we're on the biggest mission. I haven't even started yet, have I? Sorry. The biggest mission. The stories are real. Women are crying out, and families are crying out for what we have. Do you know what? For me, it's just refreshing. It's refreshing. We've been scammed. We've got that scam mentality. Is it a scam? Because of. And it's beautiful. You've heard from Toppy today to go, and everybody, it's that little piece. You know, it's that little step, it's that little seed of hope that they're looking for. And it's going to take them time. Just like our whole entire lives as women. It takes us time to learn. It takes us time to grow. It takes us time to understand who we are as women. And we journey through that. I had a fantastic conversation with yourself today. And isn't it funny where we get to now, we look back, we've gone, hang on, we've grown here, and I did this, and I've done that, and I learnt that, and I did that. And then now, it's almost now that we fully arrive going, you have all that education, you've got all that knowledge, and here we are to take that next step powerfully, and then leading your lives to exactly where you know and have a knowing within to not only help. Every woman in this world wants to help, serve, and lead. That's what we do. It's inbuilt and it's joyful. That's what brings us the joy. And to do that so naturally and so passionately, I really trust if we've done anything today, the women that you've seen up here is a reflection of some part of your lives and what they've gone through and what their message has been today to impart in yours. It's massive. But you all are so fundamentally important to making that difference. One step, one person at a time. And that is just incredible. Shall I start?
Yeah.
Yes, please. So I've cried already. Sorry. I've made other people cry. I'm really sorry, but I'm not. Because it makes me know that you're human. Thank you. And I ain't started yet. Which way do I go? Do I go left or right?
That way.
No.
Other way.
Hang on. That way? Ah, that's a great picture. We are. This was me. Oh. How we all grow. Hallelujah. This was me in 2020. That COVID period. I'd been 27 years in a marriage, 2 boys, so I was going through a divorce, broken. I always had a knowing that I'm a mom. And I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. That was my biggest drive. If I was going to have babies, I wanted to be at home. And I tried lots of different businesses, and I failed lots of different times. But it was never a failing, like, no, it's that added piece to the journey that leads you to where you are now. It's never, ever, ever not used. Always comes so powerfully. And I had a knowing, for me, that I was always going to have a 6-figure income. That's what I just wanted. I wanted that 10k a month. I did. And I had that, believe it or not. She doesn't look like she had it, does she? And an ex-British Airways trolley, yes. The exits are, yes. So I travelled the world. It was absolutely brilliant. That's in my veins. Travel and meeting lots and lots of people. I love change. And when then I was a stay-at-home mum and I failed lots of businesses, then I decided to go, what do I love? Instead of fitting into a box that wasn't made for Shan, I wanted to know what was going to lead me. What do I love? And it's travel at that time, still is, but as a business, I then joined a franchise. It cost me £18,000 to join the franchise, but a little bit like Zinzino, I got my money back by hitting certain targets. I love that, but not many people hit the targets. So this is me when I'd actually got to 6 figures. But can you tell me what happened in COVID? And the travel business wasn't so successful. And I think the most scariest thing for me as a mum, and then a single parent at that time, was I lost everything overnight. Because they didn't have that recurring income. And I'd always ask them, because I was fully aware of a recurring income that I could build on. And their words to me was, your repeat customers. That's lovely, and that did happen, apart from when you've got COVID. So when you listen to Sarah, ex-lawyer, to be able to present a business to tick the boxes, for me, that was a massive box that I hadn't ticked, and that's where I'd found my life. I also, at this point, was still suffering silently after 38 years of chronic pain. You may have heard my story before, I'll keep it really short. But for me, 38 years, it took one person to reach out to me and say, hiya Shan, how you doing? And I'm like, hiya, I haven't spoken to you for ages, how are you? And he said, is health important to you? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So if you and I could take a test to see if you're in or out of this balance, would you take the test? A little bit skeptical, because for me, it's more money. He didn't ask me a third question by saying, do you suffer from anything? I would have actually said no at that point, because I would have replied, as we all do, I'm fine. Perfectly fine. Didn't ask me that, but that's what my reply would have been. The way that then he said was, listen, if you're in that perfect ratio, and your body doesn't need it, then you get a full refund. That's when I went, sorry? Because it made sense to me. I was sick and tired of having a whole cabinet full of products that I'd gone, black cohosh, this, that, the other, and nothing worked. So what my problem was, I suffered for 38 years with chronic PMS, which is a monthly cycle, and it was hell. And it would have me, I tried everything, I looked, and I didn't want any nasty alternatives. I wanted a natural route. That didn't tick the box at all. So for me, I had then just put up with that pain, taking lots of cocodamol and a bottle of ibuprofen every single month, because that was my normal, which is a little bit shocking because I love everything natural, but that's just, I didn't realise I'd got into that pattern. But that, obviously, that helped me in the pain, and I was in bed. The story does get better, by the way. I've got really serious faces right now. You're like, oh my Lord. And now, look what happened. Ta-da! But I always want to show you that real side of me, because I know every single one of you has gone through something in their lives that have had them, like, had you like that. What happened? Before I say I was remarried, I'll continue with the conversation of that 38 years of chronic pain.
Sorry. Like I knew what you were going to say.
And I started taking the balance oil, and within 5 weeks, my whole body just went hallelujah. Now, this is my own personal story. I can't make any claims. This is my story. And for me, within 5 weeks, I had my first pain-free period of my life. I then thought, my evil brain, I thought within, my next cycle, well, that was just going to be coming in from hell, because there's no way I'm just going to be able to get away with a nice period. I was then very consciously aware of me. You. I was very consciously, when I got to my 8th week, no symptoms, and I was pain-free. Then the poor chap that had actually introduced me, bless him, I called him and I didn't even say hello. Of course he knew it was me. He was like, hi Shan, how are you getting on? I just kind of growled and went, what else have you got? Bless him. So my first encounter, I was a customer, right? But it was powerful for me. It was life-changing. And then for him, I was this customer going, probably the first one at that period of time was going, what else have you got? And he's like, well, we've got this, we've got that, what else? Now for me being a trolley dolly, I thought going to the toilet twice a week was probably a really good thing. And we all know that's really, really bad. The biotic, again, it's my personal story, is just unbelievable for me. And I'm brave enough to take 2 scoops. I kind of need 3, but I don't. 2 scoops for me is just like, wow. And that bloatiness is gone, that whole, the energy stored in your tummy, now we know that whole tummy brain. Anyway, so I am a walking product. What am I? Ambassador. Because every single product for me, my body needs. And isn't that incredible and shocking at the same time? But thank the Lord that we have something like this for me that works. The vitamins, I was taking 2 a day, like Jacqueline had said about the Extend. I had that same thought process, a multivitamin, yeah, whatever. Why? Because we've been sold to for so many years and it's never worked. That's why. So I was taking 2 of those. At that point, my periods had reduced. I was 50, and so what happened was, obviously I started to become pain-free. Then my cycle started to work naturally like it should already. Amazing. So then my cycle reduced, I hit 50, didn't have any periods anymore. What stage of life am I in? Next one. perimenopause and menopause. Yeah, absolutely. And I was getting these ridiculous hot flashes and hot flushes, horrendous. Don't know if anybody suffered from them. And I'm like, oh my Lord, if I'm this ambassador women's health, what on earth? I can't have hot flashes. What's going on? I need to understand what's going on. Bless poor Colin Robertson, I kind of had him pinned up against the wall, hadn't started taking Viva at that point. Bless him. I think he was like, he was very brave and he said, I am the scientist that you need to speak to. Great, tell me what I need. And he listened. Isn't it always just about listening? And he listened and said, listen. He didn't say listen, but he said, I want to listen, what's going on? And I said, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. He said, that's so how many extend do you take? I said, well, I'm taking 2. He said, it just sounds like your body needs 4, Shan. I went, okay. And it is not, I know it sounds like this crazy story, but within 5 days, for me, I upped 2 extend, 2 4, and I haven't had a hot flash ever since. What does that say? Yes, we've got products that actually feed your body, which is fantastic, but my body needed that for me to cope with my next journey. It's maybe not everything for everyone, but that's how it was for me. The poor man that introduced me to Zinzino is now my husband. Sorry, babe. He didn't know what he was getting into, and I most certainly didn't know I was getting into. But of course, then I was healthy, right? I was healthy, divorced, we're ready to rock. So, for me, what has Zinzino brought me? I mean, goodness me. Oof. Remarried, the man, my absolute dreams. I'm a born-again Christian, I'm a woman of faith. Being pain-free. Just, you can't even, there's no words to say pain-free when you've suffered. I am an ambassador within Zinzino, with my husband. We can't do it alone, we do it together with absolute joy every single day. We have the most blended, amazing, bonkers family ever, and you'll see them later. Couldn't be more extreme, couldn't be more mixed up in the whole world, and we love them just dearly. That's our massive why. And we live by the sea, and that can happen to you. That's what I'm trying to say. It can happen to all of us. It's just my story, and I know you have your own powerful stories. What can you get? So you've heard about the products, you've heard about the business. This is the cherry on the top. You are even rewarded to go on holiday. I used to work in the travel business. I know every single hand will go up in this room if I say, do you like to go on a holiday? Yeah, right? Everybody loves a holiday. Everybody. Or a tiny, minute people. Like out of a room of 100, you get 99%, that's for sure. Would you like to see the world with Zinzino in? For me, absolutely, and we do massively. Imagine turning your wellness journey into a passport to the world. And it happens, it's a reality. Would you like to have that as a reward? Anybody? Just a couple. Zinzino offers more than health, it offers freedom. We are looking for freedom. How many times have you heard freedom today? And I know absolutely within you, it's freedom and adventure. Luxury, 5-star hotel, if you class that as luxury, then you're on your way. That's my man. He, bless him, maybe just picked up that phone call just to see how I was, and it led him down an incredible path. Thank you for ringing me, sweet. But believe in what is possible. This is us on stage in front of, 3,000 people at an annual event. I never thought that was possible. But it is, and it is for every single one of you here. Believe it. Believe it. All expensive paid trips that we've had, Gran Canaria, Mexico, Lanzarote, Phuket, and in March we are most definitely going to Bali. I can't wait. I've never been to Bali before. This isn't to big anything up. This is real. This is attainable. This is what happens. This is a fantastic goal. And you know by now You've seen the women that have been up here. This is collective. That's just 5 of them, 6 of them. You've got a whole company full of that absolute inspiration and wanting to do better and being paid and rewarded for that. Why would you not? Just a couple of people. For me, I think you've got the gist of me. I love women. I love women. I love you. Because I can see and I know the potential in every single one of you. 6 figures, you can, that might not be your bag. But isn't it nice when you have got the wealth to be able to do more things with it and the freedom to do? But it's more than that. Me and Jacqueline always go, we are all so heart-led with something that you're so passionate about. And isn't it so wonderful that the body needs exactly what we need, so it's natural and science meant to meet together and fully reported. Don't, because you'll start making me cry. So follow the Zinzino success plan. You've heard Sarah today, it's not difficult. Just doing that little bit every single day, reaching out with things that we actually love to do anyway, right? But I had a man reach out to me. And we want to build up more women, right? The UK is an untapped market. My vision, even we're going to do another one in April the 19th, is to have 150 women in here. And we're looking for women that will link arms, will make the difference in every family's life, because we know through that one woman in that family will seep right down and up into their, parents and grandparents. We know that already. And that's how powerful we are. Sometimes we don't realise how powerful we are. But who's coming on the next trip? Oh, that's more hands than I thought. Brilliant, come on. No, don't force them up. More than a trip, it's a lifestyle. You can even go on 2 trips in a year, which is phenomenal. You've got the director's trip, and there's ways to achieve director, and there's an ambassador's trip, and there's a way to achieve the ambassador's trip, which is phenomenal. Montenegro, we'd never been there before, and that was just beautiful. Italy was amazing, Spain, Greece, and we will be going to Cyprus this year. It's real. It's real. We're not bigging it up. It's a reality. It's a fact. That is what's possible if you want it, and you've heard again and again and again. Dave and I wake up and we're ready to serve every single day. We're ready to help. We do 3 ways. That's the power. Your passport to possibility. Where could Zinzino take you? Commit to the plan and pack those bags and let's get going. Here's a little clip. It's fun. That woman in 2020 didn't think it was possible. I'm here to say I'm human, and it's most definitely possible for each and every one of you. And we want to help you get there. So believe it, because it's real and it's true, and we just want to, the more we help you, the more you help other people. I trust that you've enjoyed today. Shepreneur is just about women first, and it's about to expand us, to grow us, to nurture us, to make us feel confident to go and reach that next person. It would be incredible if, there's no demand for you, but for our vision collectively to make this grow, to have more women here. And my vision is jot down April the 19th will be our next one. And to fill this room, to get people just to come and look at what you've seen today. If you've got any add-ins that you think that we can make improvements on, come and reach out to us, because we're all ears. If you have that burning desire to speak, come and talk to me, because we want more women on stage. We want to light the world up, and we're here to do that. We're here. So if you're here as a guest, you've got two questions to answer for yourself today. Are you going to take the customer route? Do that today. Get on that journey. We're going to take the partner route. It'd be an absolute joy and an honour and a pleasure for you to do either or both. We're here to serve and to serve you. We see you. I trust that you've enjoyed today. Let's go and make the impact that you absolutely know within your heart you are called to do. Huge love.